straight to the lower positive and accelerate. We are connected, ley lines of blue fluids. We are connected, future lives of ancient druids. Within the galactic core, you exist, we are immortal lore. From up above the seven sisters to away from out beyond the ethereal gate.
Greetings, this is Sage of the Interstellar Alliance of the 12th density consciousness octave above, connecting to the 3rd density Earth planetary experience within your transcendence to the 4th density. The allowance and reciprocal nature of what is taking place within the synchronization and harmonization of all sentient life forms. Within the synchronization and harmonization of all human consciousness culture to one unity of knowledge, to one unity of source and abundance for all. This is the mission of the Interstellar Alliance in association with the Galactic Federation of Light. This is the endeavor of all associations of extraterrestrial species and extra-dimensional species. Understand the perfect health within the human body at this time of your year 2025 towards the new year of 2026, 2027, and beyond towards the year 2050. It is essential to purchase only the highest quality products you can find that are labeled of the organic nature, or you have full knowledge and trust of an individual that they are of the organic nature with no toxic chemicals or pesticides sprayed upon them. That any residual pesticides that are within the organic natures is a result from ancient past or other nearby farmers who choose the lower positive path of spraying their foodstuffs with toxin chemicals. It is essential that you place no toxin chemicals upon your body through your soaps and shampoos, through this idea that your skin absorbs that toxicity. Therefore, the minimal amount to be used as possible until you, as a culture, find yourself evolving towards the more natural organic elements within your plant-based cultures that allow these toxins to be removed in a natural and clean way that, when absorbed through the skin, actually provides nutrients and health. Secondly, your water must be of the purified nature, of the most purified it can be, of H2O within a distilled process, allowing natural elements such as spring water to be involved if need be, allowing the filtration of that which is not conducive to the human body, such as fluoride and barium and heavy metals. Unless they are heavy metals that are conducive to the human physiology. Third, allow yourself the most purified oxygen you may find when around others that are consuming products such as animal products or byproducts, coughing and sneezing nearby you. It may be essential for you to cover your face with cotton or a similar type of plant-based material around your mouth to allow even a 0.00000000001% filtration process through your breathing. And at this point, you can allow breathing exercises to take place in natural, open environments that are cleaner, relatively clean, and most purely clean. In open nature of foliage of your parks. Breathe in through your nostrils. Breathe out through your nostrils in a way that allows the air bending process to take place through the ventilation of your vehicular systems towards the opening and closing of the airports that allow your filtration process to be of the highest nature and the highest timeline upon the highest star. Breathe in through your nostrils now in a quick manner to allow the most purest oxygen content in your brain, neurological structures and neurotransmitters to be processed at the most clear level. Therefore, excess oxygen allows the lengthening of your lifespan. Allow excess oxygen to be within your system. Deeply breathing within open mouth, within open nostrils. As breath of fire to detoxify those particulate matters that were vicariously introduced within your system to no intention of any other. Holding it within a 3-part breathing system. And exhaling it out through the mouth to allow the energy to align. Fourthly, keeping within you the continence of your sexual energy at all timing to not allow yourself to be bamboozled by the artistic sensual nature of your human culture who desire for monetary profiting to accelerate beyond their need. To allow yourself to focus upon finding individuals within tantric nature. Fifthly, allowing yourself to trust in all that is at all timings, in all scenarios, within all timelines, connecting. And then, upon the 6, the number of love, unconditional flowing, that of your authenticity, your humor, your harmony, and your content consumption. Focusing on the content that heals your mind, grows your mind, strengthens your mind, reinforces positive nature within your mind. And to focus away from the lower positive nature of combat, of military structures, military industrial structures within the oil industry, within the nuclear industry, and those that cause destruction upon your planetary sphere. Focusing away as much as possible from your plastics, though allow forgiveness within its recycling process, for new technology is being formed rapidly that will replace plastic to a more conducive material for human consumption that is of a more mineral nature or glass nature that will be provided for all in abundance. This will allow perfect unity within your health, perfect unity within your environment, perfect unity within one sole individual structure through your collective allowance of free will and your allowance of your morality, ethics, providing law to be enacted within natural law of your planetary sphere. This is cosmic law. This is universal law. This is galactic law. This is free will of the highest star. One may say, there is no free will in me or in anywhere in the world. It is all automatic nature. You must speak to them and make them understand that that belief structure is what creates the reality. For ultimately, it will serve its use to know and trust the idea. Temporarily, however, one must shift into the free will process permanently for that individual to always know and trust where they are going, where they will arrive, and how they will get there. Seventhly, exercise. Recommended amount is 30 minutes. The maximum recommended amount by your scientists is 2 hours. Any more is likely excess. Though for some individuals, that may actually provide for them more abundance, sense of peace than other individuals. Those individuals mainly are stronger, with more and a higher BMI index, to allow a balance of your human soul towards the perfect ideal BMI is the perfection of yourself at this timing, and the knowledge that your immaculate perfection always, effortlessly, grows towards what you desire. Eighthly, within the transmission and programming of your robotics and AI, artificial intelligence, must allow the programming of a soul to take in consideration within your religious structures that fear the idea that robots will become not a servant of you, but you the servant of them, which will not be the case. AI and robotics will always serve you if you trust the knowledge hereby given that one You are immortal, eternal being, and you will always be so. 2, what you put out is what you get back. 3, the one is the all is the many. 4, everything changes. And 5, which is the highest star, which is the highest knowing within Zen. Can she? Wa. Chi. Cha. S'il vous plaît. Trust and honor. Pleasure and bliss. Joy. In this idea, know that attacking invites defense, and defense invites attacking. Your martial arts, in the definition, is that of attack. Your martial arts, in the definition, is the idea of defense. Your civil arts, in the definition of your law, in the rights and protections you have to bear arms, is not necessary from a utopian perspective, for no idea within free will allows that to be a possibility, that one sentient life shall harm another, in order to live in immortality, eternal. In this way, your plants feed and nourish you within a dreamless state. No sentience are within them, for they are within the transference of the first to second density level. They have consciousness. They do not have sentience. Therefore, they allow you to consume them with relative ease, with relative assurance, with relative knowing that you are using them wisely, that you are pruning and cutting them for their benefit, that you are eating them for their benefit. The animals do not share this point of view, nor do the insects. The minerals desire for you to cut and shape them into art simultaneously, to respect them as much as the plants are to be respected, to honor the shape that they have taken, if need be, so that the energy vortex of which they have created for millennia can remain intact if necessary. The very idea within your private property, such as the foundation of the Library of Alexandria, which has burnt down and removed more than 50% of your most accurate, most relevant, most precise version of history that can be depicted within your films in the future. You will see no need for films or for your video games, for you will be living that life. However, that is not until the year 2033, which once world peace is obtained in the year 2027, due to the propagation of this knowledge, you will be allowed to enter through stargates together as a team to experience this very real example of adventure you have experienced within your virtual reality. As well as others who are already exploring space, doing the very same thing at this very moment in time, living within the reality wherein video games are used as a simulated structure to allow the training of life skills. To allow this is paramount and imperative for the thriving of the human race, mental stability, and mental improvement towards more and more perfection. Moving away from content that is of a violent nature, of a combative nature, of an exploitive nature, towards content that teaches language of all your cultures, puzzles and mysteries to solve for the benefit of future situations that will very much require the transcendence of certain skills each individual has within them, such as your mathematicians, as equal and converging into the relationship of your artists, those of the objective nature in harmony with those of the subjective nature, to form upon the sapphire tablets you must read and know of the cosmograms, within the emerald tablets of the ancient knowledge of Hermes Trismegistus and Metatron. The future and past combined simultaneously within the singularity now happening through the projection of your screens. Allowing your language and definitions to streamline, allowing you to know the magical powers that is within you at this moment in time, the mystical powers that is within you at this time, the scientific ability and knowledge that is within certain individuals that you have no idea of, that you must listen to in silence, for they know more than you, and their knowledge exceeds your own knowledge. And simply sitting in silence, allowing one individual to speak for as long as an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, nonstop, up to even 7 hours, without interruption, without one single voice interrupting their point of view, for the connection that they allow, the synchronicities that they allow, will provide you more bliss and exceptional bliss than you can possibly ever imagine by simply being within your own ideas and philosophy of what is really the life to live, the lifestyle to have. Trust this in your soul. For all stars are within 6 density and have 6 density extra-dimensional entities that are assisting your planetary sphere through precise timing of your solar waves, through precise timing that allows technology to be silenced when need be and to be active when need be, so that one can stay within the world and one can stay within the virtual reality for as long as they need to create the reality. This message will allow your lifespan to reach 1,000 years. Will allow the introduction of the Arcturian med beds to heal all disabilities within the human structures for those within lower positive timelines that allow the dismemberment of their body, or the injury of their body that many of your doctors would say is a permanent condition. It is not. For nothing is permanent. That can be changed and evolved and recreated and improved, as reality is malleable. This message will reach many individuals in a certain timing. Allow yourself full reassurance and trust on your path. Through the monetary financing, in the ideas of the randomness you say is true and real within the way abundance is provided at this timing, will be ascended and transcended for the individuals listening to this transmission. For the idea will consist, at least up until the idea of world peace being completed in 2027. Therefore, the acceleration of that process and the assurance of the process, wherein labor is optional, and all debts are forgiven. We thank you. Now, within the energetic vortex of the Sedona event that will take place upon approximately your summer solstice in 2026, to know and understand this will be the second wave of the Phoenix Lights that occurred in the 90s. The second wave of the Yael spaceships, the first to come, the hybrids, who look precisely as you in perfection and holographic glory, within several octaves above dimensional forms, descending down within fourth density experience. It is, in this case, that we provide you the gift of knowing we are real. For the whole planetary sphere of Earth to know and trust we are real. With the possibility of our ships landing for certain individuals that require the assistance, and knowing and understanding we shall return upon the next year for all individuals that require our assistance in the physical. For now, many will see us within the astral. Thank you for your service to humanity. We, of all, salute the service of all humans for providing this gift to us. We provide this gift to you. Shishi. Salut. Kami. And no. All. Is well within your ability to experience. Good day.